I promised you that I would punch myself in the face if Storm8 won last game, and indeed, a face punch has occurred. The bruises are marked by the thick knuckles from cracking them as a child. And the unthinkable has occurred from Team Epic, his team on the ropes, one game away from elimination. Can he pull the comeback in this BO7? It is none other than the team captain of Epic Systems, J-Dub! And his enemy in the top right corner, the heroes of the AHGL in many's eyes. They were on the verge of elimination. The wildcard FFA barely brought them to the playoffs. They are the bottom-ranked team still alive. And yet they are one game away from winning. From Team Storm8, the Terran player, Terran! I'm alone clapping in my room, but you'll note that my clap is both efficient, loud, and supple. We see Storm8's Terran beginning to scoot oot in a boot if he were Canadian, but really he's going to scout out and about and try not to go down in flames. If he was Canadian, he'd go doon in flames. And he'd ride to work using the public transit. Possibly a bus. None of anything that I said is true, and generally people are considerably confused by my ramblings, but that is fine because I'm in a great mood. The series has been great thus far. I mean, having seen Epic Systems just really dominate IBM in the finals of last AHGL, I'm just blown away to see Storm8, the 2-5 team in the regular season, beat up frickin' 3-1. Ah! But J-Dub is one of the absolute best players. USKC and J-Dub, one of the strong Zerg duos on Epic System. Storm8 doing the classic. I had an SCV queued, but I canceled it because I know that orbital commands are important. And the gas steal. What a malicious move. Oh my goodness. This is a good way for J-Dub to just make absolutely certain that there's really no precariousness going on. However, it's almost always better to steal this gas. Why? Because an Overlord can easily be floating here and then poke in right around here to peek at this geyser. Very difficult for J-Dub to peek here with an Overlord on that geyser. But it looks like he's going to be heading to the expansion. He wants to check up on that. Unless his Marine has something to say about it. Do you have anything to say about it, Marine? What is your message, Marine? I'm ready to deliver the message. And if it's pain, I'll administer it. I'll inject it right in with a syringe. But no, the Marine decided that today was a day to sit at home and be lethargic. J-Dub's going to be going for the usual very early gas double queen play. I don't know if he's going to go quadruple queen. Triple queen has been more of the standard style of play in Heart of the Swarm, as players are favoring Zergling speed, those pesky Widow Mines, so obnoxious until you get Zergling speed, and you can bait them off with ease. In the main base, a single... It's the third command center! Oh! Now, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to speak while inhaling, but it sounds a lot like this. Oh my god, it's a third! Oh my god, this guy is going for a third! He's getting a third command center up, and this could be very difficult for Zerg to deal with unless Zerg can get a good read on it. Zergling speed not going to be particularly useful. This is one of the debates that Zerg has in Heart of the Swarm. They've traditionally been a very powerful macro-oriented race, but there weren't a lot of reads that had to go on in Wings of Liberty. Now in HOTS, is he going for a fast third? Is he going Widow Mine? Is he going to be going for just standard mech play? Is he going to be going standard bio play? I don't know. Oh my god! These are the sort of issues that Zerg has to deal with. Wow, what a play. Going straight in. Saw this third geyser get planted. Looks like he felt safe. Honestly, if I saw this third geyser, I'd say, yeah, probably mech. 619 is very early. So I'll go ahead and take a third. Incidentally incorrect. Incidentally an incorrect read. It is not mech, but still winds up being correct. J-Dub looking quite good. Well, in this position, J-Dub should probably get a layer up. Getting, oh, wow, 24 Zerglings. Makes sense. He perceives himself to be up against probably a mech. Would want this Overlord to poach in a little bit, and it looks like, oh, Terran from Team Storm8. Getting the double tech lab. Beginning to get that eBay for them upgrades. 1-1 in Baneling Nest. Is this front enough to defend against 26 Zerglings? I don't actually know. If this is an even match, and it looks like, oh, the worst time. The worst time. The worst time. The worst time. He sees it. Will he pull back? J-Dub. Oh, Jimmy, no. What's happening? Overlord's in the main base. J-Dub with the tease. See ya later, natural expansion. I drew you to the back. I drew you to the front. I drew you everywhere that you didn't need to be. Killing off how many workers? 14, but these are 14 free kills. Units lost tab reveals the story. We see that there's a pack of 6 Marines, and everyone knows that if you ever get a 6-pack of eggs, it's because you're going to devour it as fast as possible. Which means that these Marines are going to die. Somehow that analogy made a lot of sense in my head, and out it came. 6 Marines heading in, 26 Zerglings heading them out. Second engineering bay going down. The Marines will get enough scouting to know, oh my god, we may have been sufficiently boned. Scans to see an expansion with not so many drones. Not so many drones, but let me be honest. These aren't drones. These are drones, man. Total dronage. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was having trouble paying for my college education, and I took out a loan. You know what I mean? I got loaned by the government. They totally loaned me hard. Once upon a time, Sean laughed at his own joke and felt nothing. Nothing but joy. I always like to say that all long-term strategies and all high-level strategies are based around when you take a third and when your opponent takes a third. So given the fact that right now J-Dub is seeing, wow, there's no third. Making lanes, perfect response. Taking another expansion, great. Not going to go past 69 drones at this point because it's funny. Looks like Storm8's Terran. Starting to add on that Biomine mix. Biomine. The big Marine Marauder Medevac mine. Much easier to say Biomine as commentators. That's the term we came up with to describe this. It requires a lot of excellent positioning, a lot of solid micro. Right now, I really think that the resources are kind of revealing at 97 to 80. But more importantly, look at the money stockpiling up. Spire getting ready to be done. 2-2 already started. 2-2 not even started at all for Terran, who's broke. He has no money. And actually, if anyone could assist me in telling me, do mines get upgrades from +1 melee? Or excuse me, +1 mech damage? Because I don't know. I don't. No, I do not. As in K-N-O-W. I do not. Mutalisk coming out seems like kind of a, I don't want to say weak, but it seems a little bit risky. If you can control well, you can get all the benefits. Otherwise, you're in rough shape. Storm8 Terran beginning to move out. Banelings have hatched. And now it's time to hold that E button, build those Banelings, because Storm8's decided that it's now time to move out, and it looks like he's left his Widowmines back at home. He needs to get those Widowmines out onto the field ASAP. The rally point back at his back main. He really doesn't want Mutalisk hitting him, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Zergling counter, Muta counter, Baneling defense. And they waltz right up. Oh no! Ooh! Oh, a huge number of Zerglings get picked off, but it looks like there's still 12 remaining. The Mutalisk waltz right in. Can the mines be enough to withstand this sort of pressure? It looks like all the units are halted in the middle. The Marines of the natural expansion have been picked off. But up in the main, the Mutalisk dealing massive damage up to 36, 38, 40 workers killed off. That's freaking terrible. 41. Oh my god, I can't handle it. And it looks like Storm8. Ouch! Owie! Ouch! Oh my god, I've stubbed my toe, broken it, and it felt a lot better than what I just saw. The Mutalists have helped eliminate 45 SCVs from the battle. J-Dub, king of epic Zerg, getting the will of his team heard, and of course the orbital command goes down, and the hairdryer that exists within every orbital command is there to stay. In the meantime, we see the Zergling pack doing the Zergling smack on all the remaining Marines. +1 air weapons, an infestation pit. All meal formalities. We see the Zerglings beginning to step in, trying to bait the mines, and then going, where are the mines? No mines? No mines, no problem. No chance, no hope, no future. Zerglings assaulting everything that is nearby. Not looking good for Storm8. Terran J-Dub may very well keep the hopes of Team Epic alive. 132 to 32. Being behind by 100 is bad, but being behind by 4.5x is even worse. He lifts it up. Another hairdryer bites the dust. Rough life right now. Storm8 Terran might get some good connection with those mines, but I did use the word might. GG! It looks like Team Epic Systems has tied. No. They've brought themselves to 1 game away from tying. In fact, that means I will now open this overlay. Team Epic still on the ropes. Team Storm8 still a game away from match point. Can Team Storm8 pull the miracle and defeat last year's champions, dethrone the heroes? Or will it be tied up? Stay tuned. Let's listen to some music.